everyone, welcome to Park Yoga Shorts. I'm Carly and I am your yoga instructor if you come to Park Yoga at the Common in Southampton. We're going to do a Park Yoga short today and it's going to be about morning warriors. So get yourself on your mat if you're not already, nice comfy clothing. You might want a bottle of water. We're going to do a vinyasa ladder flow today, so it's going to get a bit pacey. You might get a bit warm, you might get a bit heated, and we're going to look after the legs, the hips, the chest. We're going to bring a bit of energy into the belly and get everything going. So get yourself seated first of all. We're going to start with our Namaste Kriya. So I'm sat on a cushion because it boosts up my bottom, gets my knees lower than my hips, and stops any pull on the lower back. So if you want to do the same. If not, sit on your knees or sit with your legs out long, whatever way is most comfortable for you. We're going to take a few breaths to bring us into our practice. I'm just going to check the time. Okay, perfect. Right, bring yourself into Chin Mudra. So index finger and thumb together, hands on back of the hands on the knees, and just pop open the chest. So gently draw your shoulder blades down your back. And we're going to take a couple of breaths here, in through the nose, out through the nose. Just familiarise yourself with that feeling. So when you inhale, open your ribs and lift your heart. Absorb that oxygen, and when you exhale, breathe out through the nose and just lower your ribs down towards your hips. So just take conscious breaths now. Pay attention to your inhale. Pay attention to your exhale. Couple more. So check in with those points. On the inhale, check in with your belly, your heart, the crown of the head. And then follow that line of breath from the crown of the head to the heart to the belly. Ah, the sun's come out to join us. Lovely. 2 more conscious breaths. Energy in, deep cleanse on the way out. Final pulse. And at the end of that exhale, very gently release your hands, bring them to your heart center, so palms together. Lift your heart, touch your thumbs, and take a bow. So welcome yourself into your morning warriors. Time to energize those legs. I bow to you all. Namaste. So release your hands, remove your cushion, and we're going to start off in our box position. We're just going to start waking up the spine. So draw yourselves, I'm going to come this side. So draw your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to take a couple of cat and dogs. You might know them as cat and cows. So when you're ready, ground down through the palms of the hands, lift the hips, open the heart, come into dog tilt. Big breath into the chest, and on the exhale, tuck the toes, draw your belly towards your spine, push through the hands and round your back. Make any movements you want to, just where you wake up the spine. Inhale, release the toes, open the heart and the hips. And exhale, tuck the toes, draw your belly to your spine. So conscious movements now. Inhale to take your tailbone to the sky, release the toes and push your chest forward and up. And then exhale to tuck the toes and round. So working into the spine, the belly, the shoulders. It's like you're pushing someone off your back with that exhale. 1 more. Inhale to open up, exhale to point the crown of the head towards the floor, round the back. And then inhale to come back into your box. Now I'm going to take off my jumper here. We're going to get a little bit warm. So before we come into our downward facing dog, if you are getting a little bit warm, then take off a few layers. Because this is going to be a warm flow. So hands down, we're going to come into downward facing dog. So tuck the toes and lift your bottom up towards the sky. First of all, walk it out. So spread the hands, check your thumbs are pointing towards each other, tailbone high, relax the neck. Take a breath into the heart. And then exhale into the belly, allow your chest to come towards your thighs. Walk all you need to, okay? You're releasing off the hamstrings, the lower back. Release that pressure off the neck. 1 more big inhale through the nose. Lovely, exhale through the mouth. And then when you're ready, step your feet in between your hands. We're coming to the front of the mat, so touch those big toes together, heels about 1 centimetre apart, and allow the forehead to come towards your shins, forward fold. Now on the inhale, bend the knees, squeeze your bottom, and lift yourself to Flying Mountain. Arch the back, look at those thumbs, and hands to heart. So we're going to take 2 breaths here in our mountain. So big toes touching, heels apart, open the chest and bring those hands down. That's it. Take a big breath into the chest. And then exhale down to the belly. Try, if you can, to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. If you know your Ujjayi breath, constrict the throat and use it. If not, don't worry. One more full round of breath. Inhale, fill up. And exhale to let go. So we're going to take 1 round of sun salutation before we come into our warriors, just to warm the body through. So bend the knees, and with an inhale, rebound up. The hands come out and up. Arch the chest. Look at those thumbs. And then exhale, nice swan dive. So open the hands, nice straight tabletop back as you bring yourself down. Touch the floor, bend your knees if you have to, crown low. Inhale, take your right foot back into a lunge. Bend into that knee, arch the chest, look forward. And then exhale, step back into downward facing dog. We've been here already, so it'll be a lot more comfortable than the first time. The body's already opened up a little tiny bit. Inhale into plank. So draw the belly to the spine, shoulders over the wrists, like you're pushing someone off your back. And then we'll do a baby chaturanga. So knees down, bend those elbows and lay yourself on the floor. Baby cobra, so lift your chest. Inhale, look forward, and then exhale, tuck the toes. Lift your bottom, downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, right foot comes in between the hands. If it doesn't make it, pick it up, give it a little shove. Look forward. Exhale, forward fold. So big toes together, crown towards the big toes, hips high. Inhale, bend the knees, squeeze and lift. Flying Mountain, look at those thumbs. And exhale, hands to heart. Onto the left side, bend the knees, inhale, lift, arch the chest, check out those thumbs, and then exhale, nice wide hands, open chest, swan dive as you do standing forward fold. Inhale, left leg, take it back, bend into the front knee, look forward, and then exhale, downward facing dog. So breathe into the belly, exhale into the belly, inhale into the heart as you come into plank. And you can do a baby chaturanga with your knees down now, or full chaturanga. If you want to do full chaturanga, push forward with the toes, bend the elbows and slowly release yourself onto the floor. Full cobra now, so release the toes, push through the hands, open the chest and come to where it's comfortable. So roll the shoulder blades back, squeeze your bottom a little bit, chest comes forward and up. See how you get on with this one. You might be a little bit more bent arms, but just move, wiggle. You don't need to be stiff, take a few breaths, and then tuck your toes, lift your bottom, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg, take it in between the hands, look forward. Again, if you get stuck here, just pick up your foot and bring it forward. The more we do of those, the more flexibility you'll get in the legs. When you're ready, on an inhale, bring the big toes together, crown low, hips high. Exhale down, bend your knees, inhale, lift. Look at your thumbs, arch the back. Exhale, hands to heart. Lovely, take 1 full round of breath. So wiggle the toes. Breathe in through the nose, fill up, and out through the mouth, let go. So we're going to come into our warrior flow now. We're going to do a ladder flow, so we're going to vinyasa in between. If there's anything you think it's too much, then just take yourself back into child's pose until you've taken a few breaths, and then bring yourself back in, join the flow. Okay, we'll start with Flying Mountain. So bend the knees, hands come out and up. Bring your gaze, your drishti to your thumbs, and then exhale, swan dive. Open hands, straight back, hinge at the hips as you touch the floor. Inhale, your right foot, take it back, bend into the front knee, look forward, and exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale through the nose and an exhale out of the mouth. When you're ready, we'll take the right foot forward into a right leg lunge. Take your left heel down, check your heels are in line. We're going to come into warrior one. So make any adjustments you want with that front foot so you're nice and comfy in that hip. Then ground down through your heel, come up into a warrior stance. So the heels are in line and just start to move the arms with big circular motions. Open up the chest. Inhale all the way up and exhale all the way around. So draw your belly towards your spine. Squeeze your pelvic floor, lift. And get a nice bit of air into the lungs. One more. And then we'll come into a full-armed warrior one. So raise your hands. You can either have your hands apart, look forward, shoulder blades down the back, or if you want to, you can bring those hands together. Index finger to the sky. Bring your elbows up by your ears. Square hips, look forward, take a breath in. And exhale out. And then when you're ready, very gently, chest forward and up, and look at those thumbs. Lovely. When you're ready, we're going to release. Frame that front foot. Step back into a plank. Inhale. Lower down either with your knees or no knees, chaturanga. You can go onto the floor or slightly off the floor. And then you can release the toes. You can either come into cobra or up dog. If you're coming into up dog, then your toes are on the floor, your knees are sucked up, your chest is forward and up. You're looking forward. Take a breath in. And then tuck the toes, downward facing dog. So you can do whatever vinyasas you want. You can put your knees down or not so much. You don't have to stay with the same thing the whole way through. You can change it up, so see how you feel with that. We're going to come on to the left side. So left knee all the way through, left foot in between the hands, and put that right heel down. Heels are in line. We're going to come into warrior one. So sink down, ground through the heels, raise up, get steady, take your time, take a breath. Now we're going to take the hands the other way around, so all the way around, up and forward, just getting into those shoulders. Sink down into the hips, nice square hips, so both your hips are facing the short end of the mat. Couple of big circles with your breath. Draw your belly to spine, sink down a little bit more, one more circle. And then raise those hands up, interlace the fingers. You can look up at the thumbs. You can look forward. If you want to look at the thumbs, it's a nice way to be for the chest. The chest opens, look to the thumb. And then release the hands, frame the front foot. We're going to come into our vinyasa. So inhale, plank. Exhale, low plank. Or chaturanga towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Or cobra, your choice. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Relax the chest towards the thighs, spread the fingers. Now inhale, take your right foot in between your hands. Warrior one, just for one breath, so ground down through the front foot. Hands come out and up, interlace the fingers, raise up. Check out the thumbs if you want to, and we'll come into warrior two now. So spread your pelvis towards the long end of the mat, make any adjustments. So you might want to move the front foot, you might want to sink a little bit lower. This is all about getting your right knee towards your little toe, nice straight spine. So not too much forward, just nice sink as you open the pelvis. When you want to inhale, take the pressure off, lift. Exhale, sink. We'll do one more. Inhale, lift. Squeeze the pelvic floor in and up. Exhale, sink as low as you can go on this last one. And then we're going to windmill the hands to frame the front foot. So take them up and over. Step back into plank. Lower down to low plank. Or onto the floor. Cobra or up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot. So bring the left foot in between the hands. Right heel down, warrior stance for warrior one, just for one breath. So sink down, lift up, interlace those fingers, look towards the ceiling. And then warrior two, you'll see the back of me now. So swing round, your front knee towards those little toes, sink down, inhale, pull back, lift. And exhale, sink, ground down through your heels, nice straight legs. Front knee towards the toes, look over that middle finger. One more, inhale, squeeze your pelvic floor, belly towards the spine, lift. That's Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Exhale, sink. And then inhale, take the top hand all the way over. frame the front foot, step back. Now I'm going to do knees down this time. So knees down, lower yourself to the floor, or you can do chaturanga if you want to. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Third round. So inhale, bring your right foot in between the hands. We're building this ladder flow. Left heel down. Inhale, one breath, warrior one. You've been there before, interlace the fingers, lift. Exhale, warrior two. Spread the hands, sink into the pelvis. Now we're going to come into reverse warrior. So push forward, flip the palm, and watch the palm as it lifts. Bring the back hand on the thigh, open the ribs, look at the middle finger, and sink into that front knee. Lovely. If you want to take a bind, this back hand, you can just slip it around the back, hold onto your t-shirt, take it inside the thigh, open the shoulder a little bit, look up. One more breath. And when you're ready, we're going to take it back to our vinyasa. So release the back hand, windmill yourself down, frame that front foot, flip back into plank. Inhale, low plank or fully onto the floor, it's up to you. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg, so bring that left foot in between the hands, warrior one stance, so heels in line. Ground down through the front heel, raise up, warrior one for just one breath, interlace the fingers. Look up, nice strong pose coming out of the lips, out of the hips. Exhale, warrior two, release the hands, spread, pelvis towards the long end of the mat, look forward, check over that middle finger, reverse it, so reach forward, flip that palm, take it up. Bring that back hand onto the back thigh, and if you want to, take this back hand for a little twist. So you might get your hand here, you might be able to take it all the way around. You can look up, or you can look down. Just breathe into the posture. Focus on your breath. One more inhale, lift. And exhale, take the back hand, flip it round, frame that front foot, come back to vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, low plank, or onto the floor. Inhale, cobra or up dog, chest forward and up. Breathe into that heart, and then exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. So last round here of our warriors, you can do it. Take a breath in through the nose and a breath out through the mouth. Feel that charge in the body, tap in with that energy source that you've released from your warriors, from all that tension in the hips and the knees and the feet. And we're going to take our right foot in between the hands. So warrior stance, warrior one stance. Inhale, sink into the feet. Warrior one, last time, lift. Look up at those fingers, lovely long body. Exhale, warrior two, open the chest. Look over that middle finger, sink. Reach forward, we're going to flip it, so watch that palm as it goes up. Back hand to the back thigh. Take a breath. Now warrior two, so spread into warrior two, straighten the front leg. Take your hands behind you. We're going to come into humble warrior. So interlace the fingers, open the chest, look forward. And then exhale, bend into that front knee and allow your body to come forward and down. If you want, you can put your right shoulder on your knee as you allow the crown of your head to go towards the floor. Or you can take your shoulder off that knee and hang inside your right thigh. So allow the crown down, the arms over. Take a few conscious breaths. Ground down through your heels. One more inhale, and one more lovely exhale. And then release your hands, frame that foot, step back into a high plank. Inhale. Take yourself low by pushing forward, coming onto the floor, using your knees if you want to, or towards the floor. Release the toes, and either come into your cobra or your up dog, and tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Final round on the left side. So bring your left foot in between the hands and drop that right heel. Warrior one stance, so sink into the hips, open those lovely hips, lift up. Look at those fingers. Exhale, warrior two, so spread the hands. Front knee towards your little toe. Look over the middle finger. Reverse it, so push forward. Take that palm high, inhale. Take a breath, and then exhale back to warrior two. Now inhale, straighten your front leg, interlace your fingers behind. We're going to come into humble warrior. So Take a breath into the heart, interlace the fingers, index fingers nice and long if you like, Kali Mudra, it's a lovely deep way to detox. Take a breath in, bend into that front knee, and then you can take that left shoulder towards your knee and allow the crown to come towards the floor if that's comfortable. Or slip your shoulder inside that thigh and just let the head drop down, arms over. Close your eyes, take a few conscious breaths. Pay attention to your inhale, pay attention to your exhale. One more. And when you're ready, release your hands, frame the foot, and we're going to step forward. So bring that back foot to meet the front foot, big toes together, heels apart, take one fold, so crown low, hips high. Make the most of this, let the head drop, let the neck drop. And then bend the knees, squeeze your bottom, take a lift. Really lovely, breath of fresh air in, check out those thumbs, exhale, hands to heart. Close off those warriors, so take a breath into the chest. Close your eyes, pay attention to your breath as it expands the lungs. And as the lungs come towards the hips on the exhale. Nice and calm, one more round. Now I think we've got enough time for just one bowing warrior, so we'll do that. So take your, whichever foot is best for you to get you into a position where you're facing the screen, both your feet are square, heels out wide, and you're in a nice star position, that's it. Take hands on the hips, bend into the knees, and when you're ready, inhale, open your chest to the sky. Draw your shoulder blades together, lift. And then exhale, fold, so hinge the hips, push the heels out, and bring your crown really close to the floor. Touch the floor if you can. Hips high, crown low. Take a few breaths. Now we can do many things here. So you can hold on to the backs of your ankles, let your little bit of pull as you get your crown down. You can hold on to the big toes with the index finger and your middle finger and have elbows nice and wide. Or if you want to, for the last couple of breaths, you can release your big toes, interlace your fingers behind, index fingers high, and just allow those arms to come over. Just gradually guiding the crown of the head towards the floor. Suck up the thighs. Focus on your breath. Let all that tension release out of your mind, out of your shoulders, out of your back. One more breath. And when you're ready, release your hands, touch the floor, little bend in the knees, hands to waist, and lift your chest up. Bring your feet together. We're going to close our warriors there. Super job. So when you're ready, bring your hands to your heart. Take a little bow to yourself. Thank yourself for your morning warriors, the opportunity to hopefully change the direction of your day. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me. Last thing to mention, so Park Yoga is a charity-based organisation. So if at any point you would like to donate to help support the running of this charity, please go onto their Facebook page and they have a button to donate. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you at Park Yoga soon. Namaste.